I am a very loving person. It doesn't take a lot for me to find beauty in people, to find that unconditional, almost like mother looking at a child sort of love for the people and the humans around me. And I've found that with that comes a lot of misunderstanding and misinterpretation of this love that I have for people. I was literally in bed trying to sleep, and there's this situation that has occurred that I just kept replaying in my head, and I figured let's just rant about it because why not, kind of thing. So I have a coworker who is leaving, and me and this coworker weren't extremely close, but we talked a lot, and I liked the conversations that I did have with this person on occasion, and I made them like a little gift thing. I got them their favorite candy and wrote like a little note as like a farewell gift, pretty much. And ever since I've given them that gift, this is their last week, but ever since I've given them that gift, I've sensed this drastic shift in how they treat me. And this has happened before, people misinterpret these gestures as something else, like, oh, I'm in love with them or whatever, when that's not what it is. It's just me trying to give a thoughtful gesture. You told me this is your favorite candy, so I'm gonna go out and get your favorite candy. And I guess I guess I can understand where maybe certain parts of the note they could have misinterpreted as something else, and that's sort of why they've changed their behaviors around me. It's just a little confusing. It's confusing, it's discouraging because literally when I was writing the note, I was trying to dial back the sentimentality that I would usually do because in the past, this has happened before where I'm just trying to be genuine, like that unconditional, just, hey, I love you as a human being kind of thing. And it's, I don't know, it's taken a different way. And I guess maybe it's just, maybe these people aren't used to receiving just like a genuine offer, or not even an offer, but a genuine gesture in that manner, not expecting anything of it, not needing any, just, hey, I love you, human. And I didn't put I love you in the note or whatever. But yeah, I find myself constantly like feeling the need that I need to dial back on this unconditional well of love that I have. And even the dialing back apparently was not enough for this to not be taken in a manner that it wasn't intended. And I know there's nothing wrong with the capacity of how I am able to unconditionally love my fellow man. I think that's honestly a really beautiful thing about me. That's one of the things I cherish about myself. And I understand that not everybody's going to get it. I understand that, unfortunately, I am going to be misunderstood sometimes. But I'm also coming to realize that maybe not everybody deserves these thoughtful gestures of mine. Maybe that's where I'm having the hiccups or needing to reevaluate. I am a post people pleaser, so I guess, you know, I can see where the tendency to sort of give gifts anyway comes from. And I've gotten to the point where I don't really, I'm not seeking the approval or the appreciation for the gifts that I give. If I give a gift and you throw it away, that's your prerogative, you know? Like, it's a gift. It's yours to do with what you want, kind of thing. Once I give it over, it's out of my hands. I can't control how you interpret a gift. I just know what my intention was in giving it. And honestly, I was so thoughtful with how I articulated myself in that note to make sure that, again, it possibly wouldn't be taken in this other manner, and apparently it still was. So sometimes there's just nothing you can do. Sometimes maybe that's just a sign that those people aren't meant for you, you know? Because I do believe that the people who are meant for me, I won't have to dim or pull back, you know, the capacity to which I love and feel. And it's not the thing of like word vomiting with no boundaries kind of thing. Boundaries are great. And I know not everything is meant to be shared and blurted out. But again, maybe that's just a lesson that I'm still learning. Who deserves the capacity of this well of overflowing love that I have, and not shoving it down, but being patient, letting people prove themselves worthy in a sense. And I don't regret the gift. And honestly, when I was going through the whole process of going back and forth on whether I should even give them a gift, the deciding factor was more so, well, what if I give the gift and they really appreciate it? If I don't give the gift, then like there's no, that's not even an option, you know? Because I know if somebody gave me a gift, like what I gave to that person, I would really appreciate it. That's something that would probably be like cemented in my favorite moments of my lifetime kind of thing. And I wasn't giving in order to receive a gift or even giving in order to receive that appreciation. It was literally just, I would really appreciate this if someone did this for me. So I'm going to do this for somebody else. And I know, again, I've had this experience in the past where people have taken my gestures as something completely different. And I get it. I get that not everybody, unfortunately, it's not normal for people to share unconditional love in this capacity. I get it. I'm not going to not love people. I'm not going to see any less beauty in every single person that I come across because of these experiences. I know the intention of what I was doing. I know I wasn't trying to confess my love to this person, even though I'm pretty sure they have this like idea that I am into them for some reason, which again, I understand how it could have been confused. Oh, but that's not what it was. That's not what it is. That's not what it's been. And it sucks to be misunderstood, but I know the value. I know the value of what I hold inside me. And again, maybe that's the lesson here. That's the lesson. The value of what I hold in here is very pure. It's very genuine. And maybe I need to make sure that the people that I'm extending these gestures to are going to be people who can handle, not only handle, but appreciate, see the value in those gestures. You can't control everybody, but maybe I can keep it for myself for a little bit, keep it to myself for a little bit longer, and vet these people more, I can still hold that unconditional love and that compassion and that genuine admiration for human beings, just for being them, just for existing, just for being your little human self. I love you just for being your little human self. That's it. You don't have to do anything. I see the light in you, you know? And maybe that's enough. Maybe I can just keep it at that. I don't need to display this, oh, this is my unconditional love. Here, have some, you know? And I mean, again, I think the whole point is the embodiment of it is enough. The embodiment of it is enough. Feel that unconditional love. Self, you, if you resonate with this, feel the unconditional love. Feel it. Don't shove it. Don't do the thing where it's, oh, well, they have to love me. What about me? Or I don't know. That's the whole point of unconditional love. It's unconditional. You don't need the person to love you back to be able to love them. You don't need the appreciation and love back to be able to see and recognize the light in somebody else. That's the whole fucking point. That's the whole thing. That's the whole thing. The embodiment is enough. The embodiment is enough. I don't need to constantly show and prove what I feel inside. I don't even need you to understand. I don't need you to understand. And that's the thing that made me get up out of bed and make this video. Because I was in my head rehearsing what I could possibly say to this person to explain that I don't know how you took the note, but it wasn't meant like that. It was just supposed to be a farewell gift, and that was it. It wasn't supposed to be anything weird. I can understand how you may have taken it a different way, but that's not how it was meant. Da 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 da. And I was just, it was just kept going and going. And I was like, okay, well, maybe we should write this down so that I remember in case I see this person tomorrow at work again. It's their last week. So if we do happen to cross paths, hopefully I can break this tension, even though it's going to be like the last day or whatever. It doesn't even matter. And then the other part is like, well, I knew my intention. I know what I meant. I know I'm not in love with this person. I'm not even like into this person. And I mean, again, I've gotten the sort of vibe that they already think I have something for them. I don't. And I know that for myself. So, I mean, I don't know. And then it's like, okay, I explain myself to this person, and then what? And then what? They go about, I don't fucking know, you know? It's just a little, it's not even exhausting anymore, you know? It's just a lesson I'm having to relearn again. Like, not everybody is deserving of the full capacity of this well of love that exists within me. I know how vast it is. Every single day, complete strangers don't know. When I look at them, I see light. When I look at them, I see beauty. In this 3-second pass of them crossing my path, I feel love. No, I'm not in love with them. I'm not infatuated with them. I feel love. This is a human being. I don't know what their life is like. I'm interested, but I don't know what their life is like. If they wanted to talk to me about it, I would listen. I don't know who they are. I hope they're good people. They seem like good people. Even if they don't seem like good people, I still have that capacity to love them as my fellow man, my fellow human being. And that's it. That's it. You can admire a butterfly. You can admire a tree. You can have love for these things and not be in love with the fucking tree or in love with the butterfly. You can be interested about what they're thinking and what their day is going, how their day is going, what's the inner workings of this thing, and not be in love with it. You can just appreciate it as a living thing, another embodiment of God. That's how I see it. Another spark of divinity, whatever. That's how I choose to see it. That's what I believe. That's what I feel every time I see another human being. Every time I see a tree, a leaf, a butterfly, a blade of grass, a flower, whatever. And I love that about me. I love that I see the world like that. And I can't wait to have people in my life that see the world like that too. And I know they're out there. I know they're very well out there, and they probably feel the same way about having this weird reaction to their unconditional love. You know? But imagine if everybody sort of treated each other like that. If everybody had just that unconditional love for everybody. Unconditional love for the planet that they live in. The tree that's in their backyard, the blade of grass, the fucking bunny that's jumping across the yard. You know? Our world would look very different. I understand not everybody's used to it. But I think we need to start opening up our capacity to receive kind gestures without thinking something sinister of it. Be discerning, yes. Always be discerning. People, yes, there are people out there who are gonna love bomb you to crap to get something out of it, but I don't know what I could have possibly been trying to get out of it in this scenario, you know? But I know I'm a bit weird. I know I can be seen as a bit weird. And I don't mind that. I like who I am. I like who I am. And it's taken me a long time to get here. It's taken me a while to get here. To where I'm like, hey, I like myself. And it doesn't really matter how you interpret it. Even a few months ago, I would have had a completely different reaction to this than the one that I'm having now. That's the beauty of who I am. That I can understand their point of view, but still hold on to what my intention was and not devalue myself or my own integrity because of someone else's reaction to my unconditional love, to my kind gesture. That's what it was. It wasn't anything else except that. I don't think it was anything over the top. If you wanted to read into it, fine. All that to say, I guess, because I'm afraid my memory is going to crap out soon. All that to say, your unconditional love is not a problem. Your unconditional love was never the problem. Somebody else's reaction to your light, your spark, your integrity is only a reflection of who that person is. If you give a kind gesture and someone can't appreciate it for what it is, that shows you who they are. Yes, sometimes, it can be a little intense. Sometimes people aren't used to just genuine love, all of that stuff. Sometimes we as the givers, we as the unconditional love holders, the unconditional love generators, need to be discerning on who gets even a piece. Because even a piece of unconditional love is extremely powerful. It's extremely powerful, especially in a world where that is rare. Where that is rare. That's what you need to understand. That's what I need to understand. It's rare. Even an ember of it is extremely powerful. And I think that's why so many people have an adverse reaction to it. It's a powerful substance, a pure substance. It's powerful and it's very valuable. It's very valuable. So again, us as the generators, the unconditional love generators, the unconditional love beams, we need to be more discerning about who gets those sparks. Even just a spark. Even just a spark. Your being is enough. It's enough. Because everybody who crosses your path is unconsciously and unknowingly getting blessed just for being in your unconditional loving presence. Because it's that rare. Because it's that rare. So yes, be discerning about that. Be discerning about who gets your sparks. Be discerning, even if it's a small gesture. And I'm not saying stuff like compliments. Give compliments. But thoughtful, yeah. I think you understand. Be discerning. Be discerning. And yes, it is good to wait, to give it to people who you know are actually going to receive it, who are going to receive it, who are going to appreciate it. I know it probably goes against your nature if you are resonating with this unconditional love beam analogy. It probably goes against your nature to not give love. And don't think of it as not giving love. Think of it as just being love. You can just be, and that be more than enough. Save the bigger gestures, even the smaller bigger gestures, for again, people who you know, who you have vetted, are going to be able to receive it, who aren't going to take advantage of it, who aren't going to look down on it, who aren't going to devalue it, who are going to see the worth in what is inside you. Because that's the whole thing. You don't know how rare that is. You live with it every day. I live with it every day. You live with it every day. So you don't know that this isn't, I think the only indicator that this isn't normal is people's reaction. That's the only indicator. I feel like I want to keep talking about this because I just love talking to you. But I still have that thing in the back of my head that feels like my memory is going to cop out. So I'm going to wrap it up here. But thank you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for going through this, for unpacking this with me. Because I feel so much lighter now. I feel like I needed this. Like, I could have stayed in bed and just kept running it over my head how I'm supposed to tell this person, oh, that's not what I meant by it. It was just supposed to be a nice gesture, a nice thoughtful gift. That's all that I meant for it. It wasn't supposed to be anything different. I'm sorry that you took it this way, but that's not what it was. I understand how you thought. But instead, we're not going to do that. I appreciate the capacity to which I love my fellow man. I appreciate the love that I have for this world, its people, its things, but especially its people. Especially its people. What the world needs now is love. So cliche, but it doesn't get any truer than that. And to be a living generator, a living beam of unconditional love grounded in this planet, that's a gift. That's a gift. Sometimes, and especially in the past, when I didn't have the discernment, when I didn't have boundaries, it felt like a curse. It was a curse. It felt like a curse. It felt like a curse. It wasn't a curse. It felt like a curse. But now, boundaries, understanding, discernment. I can see that this is very much a gift. And I am a gift. You are a gift. Just by being love, by embodying this love. You don't have to shove it down. Just be discerning about who you give it to. I really want to keep talking, but I think this is a good time to wrap it up. It's been 30 minutes. Thank you. Thank you for coming on this journey with me. Let me know about your experiences. Are you a love beam generator? Are you a love beam generator? If you are, I love you. I really do. Thank you for being here on Earth. Thank you for being whoever the fuck you are. Thank you for existing. Thank you for being alive. Thank you for daring to love. Thank you for daring to love. Thank you for just being. All right. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk rant. I don't know how to end these things. Like, comment, subscribe, whatever. Yeah, that. Okay, I'm gonna try and actually sleep now because I have work in the morning. I have my retainer in and everything. I was so prepped for sleep. This is usually how most of my videos go, though. I'm ready to go to bed, and then something's like, no, you should talk about this. I'm like, okay, I'll get up and talk about it. All right. I love you. I love you guys, whoever you are. Thank you for being alive. Thank you for staying alive. Maybe even just fight yourself. It's got a little bit morbid. All right. Thank you. I'm so surprised my phone hasn't copped out. I'm thankful for that. Thank you. Don't die. I know I'm stalling, but please don't do it. All right. Bye.